welcome to Through the Mist with me, your host, Ern. This is Avoid University podcast where we look at the law and try to understand how it all works. In this episode, we'll be looking at mythical safe places. Oh, halfway there, living on a poetic mind. I'll make it elsewhere. Oh, Mythbusters, yeah. Hi. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome back. New month, new episode. Whoop-de-doo. I hope everyone enjoyed the little special thing that came out last month. I am proud of it. I enjoyed making it. And I hope you did because... I hope you enjoyed listening to it, not making it, because you didn't make it. That's silly. You listened. And I hope you enjoyed listening. I'm spilling water. I hope you enjoyed listening to it. I enjoyed making it, as I said. I don't know. I'm just repeating myself because I need to get back on my track. The water falling on me got me confused. Okay. So we have, obviously... No question from last month, but last month, 5-year special episode meant I didn't look at the last episode before that. So we're having a look at that. And the question I put out to the universe was, what makes spells different from written text? And we got back a few responses. First one from Robert, and it's all about intent and vibes. And I mean, that's kind of where I lean. And that answer is intent and vibes. And then we have one from Darian. The magicians are challenging. They are challenging the magic. No, they are channeling the magic when enacting the spell. The text isn't magic, right? It's just a tool the magicians use to channel the thing within themselves that makes the magic. Yeah, and yes, both true and both good. And it's kind of where I lean. A magician's got to be like, I'm going to make magic out of this. But I do still have the question of like, how does it all work? I'm speeding through this bit of the thing. What else? Oh, I went and saw the last Pojo musical show in London. It was a great time. We all cheered the roof off. It was so much fun. And remember, if you're in the UK, the show is going on tour around the UK from August. So, I mean, if it's stopping near you, and I think there's a few more dates that have been announced slowly, but if it's stopping near you, go and try and check it out. I think I'm going to try to go to one of them. I don't know which one yet. Just so then I could have said I've seen all the casts. Because I saw the first cast, I saw the second cast, I'll see the tour cast. It'll be great. That's it really. That's everything. That is everything. I've no new updates. That is everything.
Hey, water.
Hi, Bobby.
Water, now. Me? Oh, no, I couldn't possibly. Just kidding, road me. I'm a 34 short, please. See you in a couple weeks, girls.
Bye, Bobby.
I love my girls.
So this episode, what are we talking about? Well, we're talking about mythical safe places. Safe places. What do I mean by safe places? Well, I mean spots in the magical mythical world that people that interact with the magical mythical world feel safe. I didn't finish that sentence or put very good grammar in it in my notes, but that is what it said. So, like, there isn't a hard to find rule, but places that have been set up with protection in mind. Like, so this is a safe place. This is a place where people of the mythical magical world that interact with the mythical magical world will be safe and not attacked. And yeah, like, it's a safe place. Well, like, and when I say set up for protection in mind, we'll get to that. It might be a bit fishy, but there's some obvious boys. There's some really obvious boys that I'm going to skip over. Because really, I feel like these should have their own episode. And I'm surprised I haven't had these on the list to have their own episode before. So we might do a deep dive later on these. But they do definitely count as safe places. You've got Camp Half-Blood, Camp Jupiter, / New Rome. They're technically different, but they're like right next door. And you got the House of Life. They're like the obvious ones. They're the big boys. The House of Life obviously has loads of different locations, which are all different safe places, depending on your affiliation with the House of Life and which part of the House of Life you're in, because they have internal politics. But as a general consensus, safe place. And no, I am not talking about Hotel Valhalla. Hotel Valhalla does not count, because if you're already dead, it does not count as a safe place to go, you know? I don't think so. If you're already dead to get in there, it is not a safe place. Thank you very much. Let's talk about an actual safe place, and the biggest safe place to ever safe place. And the reason I thought of this episode in the first place, there's a place where place is placed on a plate. There is a place where place is placed on a plate for, I don't know, I'm trying to think of more definitions of the word place or ways to use it. There's a place where place is placed on a plate to be placed in a place on a plate. That doesn't make sense. The first part of that sentence did. The second half, but it feels too short if I don't say place 3 more times again. There's a place where place is placed on a plate, and the place where place is placed on a plate is called place. I don't know. Something. The way station. So this is, as I said, the reason this episode exists, and it's separate from these large institutions of the House of Life, Camp Half-Blood, Camp Jupiter. But it's built there to protect and house mythical magical peoples, you know? It's there to house mythical magical peoples. That's what it's there to do. So, let's have a little look at the way station. What is the way station? Where is it? Well, the way station is better known in the mortal world as Indianapolis Union Station. The station building that the way station was designed by Thomas Rodd and opened in 1888. And it looks good, man. It looks good. If I had to describe what it looks like, I say it looks like a mini Gothic church built of red brick. Like, that's how I would describe it. And it's one of those things that you look at and go, mate, this was built in the time where rail ruled America. And it's a shame that Americans just don't like gel with rail anymore. So like you don't get these cool buildings, you know. Stations are really cool, really really cool. But yeah, it looks cool. It's got a little church tower, got a big window, which looks like it should be like a stained glass window from like a Gothic church. Hence that's why it looks like that to me. But it is very cool looking. I'll give it a quick Google. It's great, and this is the way station. That is what it is. It's a real place with a mythical magical entrance hidden there within it. The actual station platforms behind and the rest of the station looks dog. But the station building, like the original station building, that looks good. Anyway, in the books, Thomas Rodd is a demigod of who we don't know. We don't know who his demigod parent is. His godly parent is. We know nothing. Mini theory here. You could guess maybe Britomais, I've never had to say that one before, could be their godly parent, you know, the patron of the way station. But then they're also a maiden because Hunters of Artemis and that vibe of it. And, you know, but we've also got Athena, so, you know, it could be an Athena situation way to have a child, but that's unlikely. How they became the patron of this place, I think, is an interesting thing to look at. Might be that catch strays in her net or something like that, in not an evil way, in a kind way. Who knows? But Thomas Rodd, who knows? It could be. If I was to hazard a guess, out of the big boys, out of the big 12, I would lean towards Hephaestus because it's building, but then Hephaestus is more smithing. They don't really have like a big construction god that I can think of. But if I was to hazard a guess, I would lean towards Hephaestus, because there's also the secret doors and passageways and intricacies. But you could also maybe give it to a that's really bad. I've forgotten their name. They've got a book about them now. The triple goddess. What's Hecate. You could give it to Hecate maybe, because magic and manipulation or something. I don't know, but that's hard to say. But there's not really much else to say about this place except that Thomas Rod was clearly a cool guy, giving all the peoples of the magical world a safe place, like just to catch their breath. And it's just like really cool, you know, that this dude was like, since I'm in charge of like designing this railway station, I'm going to put a little hidden section in it for mythical magical peoples, because they also will travel by train. So we'll make it a little travel hub for them, and they've got a safe place to hang out, and regroup and restock on magical items, not just mythical ones. So that's really cool. And someone at camp like this should really like have a list of all these different places around the world, around America, whatever, and just like as part of the like induction pack, or at least like the default questing gear pack, like they get their camp half like backpack with their little bit of cash and some gold drachmas, and also here's a list of some places that you might want to have a look at if you can. You know, they should really do that.
It's time for a new strategy. We fight the hunters where they least expect it. Go after the very thing that powers the Hun Moon. The fans.
A demon boy band?
Is that I've never done this before, but I forgot to press record. I've just like rambled for like the next few bits, and I forgot to press record. I don't know how I've done that. Where was I? Okay, so I've just talked about the way station, because I said about, okay. Amazon HQ, that's the next one on my list. Yes, this is an institutional safe place. I get it. I said I wasn't going to talk about those, but really this is one of the minor ones, and there's not much to say on it. Like, unlike the camps and how they came to be. This came to be because Rick went, this is a joke too good to miss. Amazon's owning Amazon. That's so funny. And he's right, it's hilarious. But what it does mean, it is a safe place because it deals with mythical things, it deals with the mythical magical world, it protects its own. That's the key there. It protects its own. Like, they don't necessarily, it's not a safe place for all, like the way station is. It's not, come in. But at the same time, it is a safe place for all. It's come in. You just got to be invited. Like, it's unclear how you get in, you know? From a rando. Like, you got to be recruited. Like, they choose you. It's a safe place. Less like the hunters in the safe place vibes, because HQ is safe. It's a very safe place, HQ. Unless you've got Hazel on a horse, it's the safest place ever. No one's coming in or out, you know. And they don't limit themselves to who they recruit. They will recruit anyone from any mythical magical world. They'll recruit mortals. Probably these mortals have to be clear-sighted, but they will recruit mortals. Like, they will recruit anyone and everyone who wishes to join them, which is nice. It's really nice of them to do. So I'm now going to have to shoehorn this in because you know, I'm having to re-record this section. But, like, have you ever thought, you know how, like, a while ago I've mentioned about hunters and that, like, not making sense, and, like, how does Thalia know about Artemis and Diana, and, like, where does that, how does that work? How does that function? Like, do they learn it and then just can't talk about it? Is it all secrets? Like, did Thalia know all this time? Then if Thalia knew, why didn't she go after Jason? Like, questions. Similar things applies, like the Amazons, but, like, you haven't got the Thalia of it all, so it's not so questions. You've got the Hillier of it all, but that's a bit easier because Hillier gets there, finds becomes the queen, learns about all the different mechanisms and movements, probably finds out about the Greeks and the Romans, but it's like, okay, so that dude was probably Greek then, because they're not at Camp Jupiter, you know? Like that sort of vibes. But like, still questions, like, could they just not speak? It's like Hannah knows, but like, can't tell Rena. So like, you know? And like, if you get a Roman demigod join the Amazons, like, do they want to go and destroy Camp Half-Blood? You know, these are the things we think about here. We're doing good. I'm actually pressed record this time. So, the next on the list is the McCarthy Mansion. What? I thought you would have run out. No, the McCarthy Mansion, I have not run out. Meg's old home. And I was like, okay, so I had it in the gut. I was like, this is a safe place, right? At the end of the book, it becomes a safe place. And I was right. I was correct. I was bang on. But it's unlike the others. It's not just a safe place for those people that just tread the line between the mythical magical world and the mortal world. It's not just for those people. It is for the people that fully are a part of the mythical magical world, have no part in the mortal world and the mortal ways, because it's protected by mythical magical things. It is a mythical magical place. It's got the Melia protecting it, the nature spirits, and all the nature spirits that resided there before there, and they came there because it was a safe place for them. And yeah, it's a safe place, but I was like, when I was doing this, I was like, I really want it to be a demigod safe place. And like, I like to think personally that if a demigod was to one day stumble upon the mansion and they were kind to nature, that nature itself would be kind in return, and the nature spirits would house them, fix them up, especially Alavir would want to fix them up, and they would help them on their journey forward and point them in the direction of someplace else to go to get proper training, you know? I feel like that's correct, don't you? That feels right.
I am not sitting with no Saja boy. What's up? We gotta get up close and insult their stupid faces. They're nasty, disgusting, not beautiful, perfectly dewy, symmetrical, shimmering.
Okay, and now.
The chase space. Now, I've added the chase space to this list as a discussion point more than anything, because, yes, its primary purpose is to help homeless youths. But who runs this? Who helped with the funding for this? There's a mythical capacity, you know, to the entire operation. I mean, you've got things like the way station, whose primary purpose is to act as a place, especially back in the day, for people to turn up, wait for trains, buy their tickets. You know, that's what it was there for. And similar thing with the chase space. It's got a primary purpose, but what about a secondary purpose? Like, and it only makes an appearance right at the end of the series, so we can't really, you know, tell what happens with it, what happens. But there's definitely an argument to be made that in some capacity it becomes a safe space, especially for Norse demigods. And to be honest, it could become for many places, because who knows? It just seems like being part of the mythical magical world usually means you don't necessarily have the greatest of home life. So, you might become a homeless youth. I don't know. Happened to Annabeth. Happened to Thalia. Happened to Luke. You know, these things happen. So it could just start attracting those sort of peoples and help them. You know, and because it's mythical magical on the side, like it's got mythical magical vibes, you know, who's running it, where the money's come from, all that sort of stuff, you know, who technically officially owns it as well. You've got to remember that mythical magical vibes are spread around this place. I think safe place. I'm putting it on the list with no proof whatsoever, except that Magnus is a cool guy.
To our couch. Couch, 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 couch. 3 months of couch.
St. Louis Arch. And there you go. What do you mean the St. Louis Arch? That's not a safe place. They get attacked by a monster. What do you mean? There's no safe place whatsoever. However, if you remember, in the TV show, that's right, for the first time, we are bringing TV show lore into an episode that is not just about the TV show. Booyah! They changed it. They changed the reason that they go to the St. Louis Arch. From being Annabeth's special interest or fascinated by architecture, so special interest, it's not an Athena kid thing, it's an Annabeth thing, to it being an Athena temple, which, like, a both characterized way, like it being an Athena temple and Annabeth going, oh, that'll be safe, very Annabeth thing to do. It being really cool and funky and, like, weird, and they want to go look at it because it's cool. Also a very Annabeth thing to do. But, you know, in the TV show, it's an Annabeth thing because it's Athena's place. You know, and definitely 12-year-old Athena, 12-year-old Annabeth is like, yeah, Athena! My mum rocks, yeah! And, like, it's a theoretical safe place, you know? It's not quite a safe place because, you know, even in the TV show, they still get attacked. And, you know, it's a temple, so slightly different rules. The gods got to be, like, down with you, you know, like, yeah, you're good, yeah, we like you, yes, you are great, but, like, safe place, you know, and, like, the gods are fickle and whatnot, but, like, it is a safe place, because, like, if you're, like, the god's kid, you're likely gonna be safe there, unless, I don't know, Zeus has decided that Echidna is gonna go kill the son of Poseidon, and the son of Poseidon happens to be in your temple. So, you know, you go like, okay, Zeus, well, yes, whatever you say, Zeus. Also, he's the son of Poseidon. I don't like him. You know? Like, Athena, calm down. I don't know quite what sure your motives are, because I can't remember if the whole Zeus Echidna thing's mentioned in the TV show, or if it's just Athena being annoying. But, either way, bad move, Athena. Bad move, you know? Cool. But, you know, it is another safe place for demigods. As I said, especially those in a god's favour, is some form of temple out in the world. And, as I said in that episode, in the episode I did about Pojo show lore, you know, that one, is likely the temples are out there. There's not a crazy assumption to make. And they would, I guess, be safe places for the right person. And I think that's the key with this one. You gotta be in their good books for it to be safe. Thank you for indulging this theory. If you have any comments on this theory or theories you own that you want me to discuss, you can email them through to through.t.miss@gmail.com, or you can follow the Instagrams and the thread @through_miss. Make sure to follow the podcast, like the podcast, subscribe to the podcast, whatever you do to help get the podcast out there. I've been Owen. Come back next time as we try to see through the mist! Yeah, I closed my windows for this. It is boiling in here.